there's How to Save a Life, and this is Touch FM with classic hits and the best of today. It's 9 minutes past 8. I feel at the moment like I need to be on my best behaviour because I have some very important people in the studio. I have some explorers and scouts in the studio as well. Now, I never was a Boy Scout. I have no idea as to how to tie a knot or anything like that. My brother went to Peak 90 back in the day, but that's about as much as I know about it. But to discuss it, we have 15-year-old Nathan Heath in the studio. Good morning, mate.
Good morning.
Your mum Caroline is here as well. We have also Leroy in the studio, and we have Chris as well, who we're going to chat to in just a bit. Now, the reason you guys are here, I picked up on a story where you've been raising money to go to a jamboree in America next year. Just tell us about the jamboree.
Well, the jamboree, how do I say it's not a big holiday? So 50,000 scouts from across the world are all going to America. 5,000 from the UK and
12 from Burton.
12 from Burton. But we're going to do lots of activities, meet up with lots of people, make new friends. All sorts, really. And it's the World Scout Jamboree. It's in West Virginia, which is going to be happening. You've been scouting and involved since you were about 6 years old. But you've got to collect a fair bit of money, over £3,000. You started fundraising, but you had a little bit of a snag, didn't you? Caroline, what happened?
We had a break-in at our shop.
Yeah, which is?
It's Mixed Carpets in Burton.
I see the vans everywhere.
Oh, good.
I see the vans everywhere.
My husband will be so pleased. But yeah, we had a break-in early hours of Friday morning last week, which just happened to be Tony's birthday. So top the day off nicely.
Happy 50th, Tony.
Yeah. And they got in through kicking in the front door and went in. They stole a laptop, and along with the laptop they took all the money that was in a collection bucket for Nathan. It was money he collected from customer tips. He'd been carrying carpet out to people's cars, so it was that kind of thing. And he'd also been selling blackouts and doing shop runs for the staff and that sort of thing as well. So yeah, unfortunately the whole lot went.
Yeah, how did you feel about that, Nathan, when that all went? What was your initial thought?
Well, it was absolutely devastating, kind of heartbreaking, and I was a bit disappointed, really. Like, I didn't think anyone would be that low as to take something that someone else has worked for and earned.
Yeah, I mean, sadly, it is the way of the world at the moment, isn't it? People tend to do that. So you basically got to start again from zero, or as we spoke off the air, on pretty much minus £100. So we want to try and sort of help raise a little bit of money for this. Got to collect, I think it says here, £3,700 for the trip. We're going to talk about the actual trip that you're going to go on in a second as well. We've got more people to discuss it. But Caroline, there's one thing that you wanted from this morning, and that was a certain song, wasn't it?
Yeah, can we have Wall of Glass, please? Because if I go home and it's not played, my son isn't going to be chuffed.
He was on the Brits last night in his Parker. He's never going to feel the benefit. Here's Liam Gallagher. It's Wall of Glass. It's Touch FM.
You would keep the secrets in ya. You'd be keeping paraphernalia out. I think you know. Anyone can walk up to ya. Anyone can see right through your eyes. All night. And I don't mean to be unkind, but I see what's in your mind.
Gallagher, there's Wall of Glass, and this is Touch FM with classic hits and the best of today. Caroline, are you happy I've played that song for you
I
this
am
morning?
now, but I don't think Owen's heard it, so
Okay.
I'm going to be shouting at him to get out of bed.
This is your son. You're going to be shouting at to get out of bed this morning. If you've just switched on, we have a whole load of very important people here in the studio from the scouting community because there's a huge expedition going on next year, and it's the Burton Scout Group. It's the first time that Burton Scouts have actually been involved in this, isn't it?
It's the first time Tutbury Scouts have had representatives go, but Burton have had people going before.
Okay, and Chris Griffin is in the studio. Chris, you've got a badge on you there. What's your title, please, sir?
Well, I am the Explorer Scout leader, but I also look after media and events within the whole district of Burton as well.
Okay, so you're media savvy,
Yeah.
and you've been involved in scouting for how long?
Well, since I was a beaver, I started when I was 6, and then I've just enjoyed it that much. I've never left.
Okay, so as a leader, then, what are you doing as leaders now? Because I imagine that scouting's probably changed quite a bit, hasn't it? Since maybe
It has changed. I think it's changed quite a bit.
Yeah, it has. The activities are still the same, and the values of scouting is still the same. So the promise is still to do your best and help other people. But the activities we do are obviously move with the times. So we're kayaking. These guys were at Laser Quest last week.
What? Laser as part of Scouts?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Team building.
I want to join.
Team building,
obviously.
fitness,
Oh yeah.
exercise.
I get that. And we have with us as well Leroy Boyes. He's 13 years old. You, my friend, are a scout. Tell me about why you got involved and why you do it, mate.
I just want to go to the World Scout Jamboree just to learn about new cultures, eat new food, and just make new friends.
So, you've got to raise quite a bit of money. What are your plans? How are you going to raise funds for it?
I'm going to climb these 3 peaks and do all sorts of things, making key rings with Nathan, quizzes door to door in Tutbury and Hatton, race nights, stuff like that.
So, hang on a sec, you're 13 years old, you're going to do the 3 Peaks Challenge.
Yeah.
I'm a lot older than that. I'm 35. I think there's no way I could ever do that. I'd need an inhaler and an oxygen mask to be able to do that. I'd really struggle. So, well done, mate. Good on you. And you've got quite a few badges. What have you got? What are your badges?
Well, my badges are... I've got the Silver Scout Award in Cubs. I've got 4 years in Scouts and Cubs.
And how do you get like those badges? And what do you have to do in order to get some of them?
Just activities or helping the community, or just how many years you are in Cubs and Scouts.
Do you know what? I don't know. The last badge I got, I think, was the Dennis the Menace fan club from the Beano when I was about 7 years old. We're going to talk more actually about the expedition with Chris and Caroline in just a moment or two, and how people can actually get involved and help raise funds. First, she was on the Brits last night, looking amazing. Here's Rita Ora with Anywhere. It's 8:23. This is Touch FM with classic hits and the best of today. I'm on my best behaviour this morning. I have Scouts with me in the studio. Of course, if you have already heard, Chris Griffin and Caroline Heath, both in the studio, leaders from the Burton area, specifically dealing with Tutbury and Hatton. Is that right? And you going on this jamboree. Just tell us a little bit more about the jamboree to North America.
I wish I was going. I'm so jealous
you're
of
not
these
going?
kids. No. So there's children from over 200 countries from around the world will be going. 3,700 miles from Tutbury to West Virginia. The area is huge. We've been told it takes 8 hours to walk from one end to the other. And from where they're camping, it's an hour walk to any of the activities that they're doing. It's that big.
Lads, have you got shoes good enough for this?
Falling apart, right?
The boys wearing trainers that are falling apart. I mean, come on. We need to sort this out. This is... No, that's to embarrass your mum. High five on that one. Don't leave me hanging. So, yeah, as you say, it's £3,700. It's 3,700 miles. So it's like £1 a mile, isn't it?
Yeah.
For that. And the activities they're going to do, I've had a look at some of these. There's stuff that you get involved in, field sports, rock climbing. Isn't there a zip zip line as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see, it's going to be the world's largest zip line, 5.4 miles long in total. So it's going to be one of the
It's
longest ways.
over lakes, it's over forests, it's everything.
It's
So,
massive.
hang on a
It's
sec.
huge.
Let me just get this straight in my head. Is that one continuous zip line?
I would guess not.
I was
because
going to
that's
say,
a lot of
yeah.
wire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but even so, that's still pretty
Yeah.
awesome, isn't it? What
Yeah.
a way to see the places you're going to via zip line. A lot of
I
people
just
do.
wouldn't enjoy the walk back.
No,
Yeah, but that's the thing. You've got to get back, haven't you?
I think they go up to about 80 mile an hour on it.
Huh.
At the fastest
Yeah.
point, it's really quick.
Huh.
Good
I mean,
pace.
I've jumped out of a plane, but I'm concerned about maybe doing 80 miles an hour on a zip wire. It's almost like life-changing skills that they're going to get involved in
Yeah.
here, though, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It's all about the cultures, it's diversity, it's mixing with other people. They might pick up additional languages. It's about tasting food. It's about immersing themselves in so many different cultures from around the world that they're never going to have the opportunity to do again unless they go as a leader.
And are there lots of people still getting involved in scouting? Because, you know, the world's changed since scouting began, hasn't it?
Yeah, we're getting more and more and more each year involved in scouting.
Yeah.
And Burton as a district and as a whole has been growing, and we're getting people in at all ages, whether that be the Beavers, Cub Scouts or Explorers. They're all wanting to join, they're all wanting to take part and be active, really.
Because I remember a few years ago they opened it up to both boys and girls in the
Yes.
Scouts. Are you finding a lot of girls are getting involved now?
Yeah, definitely. We've got quite a few at Explorers.
Yeah.
We've got a really big unit. It's so big it's split into two halves, haven't
Yeah.
we, at Burton's? What is it?
We've got about 80, 90
Really?
in our
Yeah.
unit, yeah, so
That-
it has to go over 2 nights.
That's pretty amazing. And you're based, you've got a couple of bases in and around the town, haven't you?
Yeah, we've got our sections at Paget, and
Yeah.
then we've got another one at Ralston as well, Scout headquarters.
Scout headquarters.
Yes.
And it's a
That's a good
very
one.
important day for scouting today, isn't it?
It is, it's our Founders' Day, so it's Baden Powell's birthday, so...
I know your fan very well. Well, actually, off the air, I just said, what? So the founder of Scouting's birthday, and what a great day for you guys to come in the studio. That is, by the way, a coincidence, because we didn't plan it like that. So just once again, if people want to help raise money for this amazing jamboree that the guys and girls are going on, how can they do it? Where can they go?
Well, they can go on our website, which is all the w's.burtonexplorerunit.co.uk, and then when they get on there, they can just click donate to our jamboree team. It'll load a page up, and then you can donate straight to us with PayPal.
Excellent. And
There's no fees.
no fees.
No fees. no
Okay,
for anything
I have the
other than
page open here. I've got Nathan's face staring at me to donate, so I shall do just that. Right, guys, thank you very much for coming in. Nathan, Leroy, have a great time next year doing this. I'm sure it's going to be amazing. Keep us up to date with how it all goes as well with the fundraising. And we'll get the headlines next. It's coming up to 8:30.